Give me 1 second. 1 second, everybody. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. That's enough of that. Get that camera on. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? It's another beautiful day for me. I hope it's another beautiful day for thee. And give me 1 second right quick. Just want to make sure the levels are right. I want to make sure that the sound good and we don't have any complicated problems here. Let me just double check everything. Okie dokie. Let's see where we are with everything. I think we're good. Put that down. We'll see how it goes. And looks good. Oh, what's up, Soy Mafia? Oh man, so funny. I first like to apologize about yesterday. I had some big technical problems that I couldn't fix in time for the show yesterday. So what I'll be doing is I'll do a show tomorrow. That'll make up for the weekend, hopefully. I hope you forgive me. My bad. We got a lot going on. So I'm starting a couple different types of things. But first, if you're new, welcome aboard. I can't believe the mic is on the camera. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why the mic is on camera like that. It normally never happens. Probably because the monitor not in the right spot. But whoa, what is going on? Microsoft trying to rug pull me? Holy shit, that was scary. You know, then Bill doing his thing. He trying to stop it. I talk about evil tech. He already on it. Oh my god. I see you, Bill. You think I'm scared? I'm not scared of you. Okay? Just because you got divorced, you know, doesn't mean you can just because you got divorced doesn't mean you're new and improved, Bill. It just means you escaping the taxes. That's what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Anyways, hopefully I'm talking to no one. Hopefully. Anyways, that was weird. That was a weird little thing. They try to do this update thing. I'm not stupid. I'm very, sometimes paranoia, just a little bit of paranoia. It takes you a long way because I was this close from hitting OK on whatever the heck that was. And then I read it, and then I clicked again. I read it again. I said, no, we're going to say no to all that. Anyways, if you're new, welcome to the ZolYin podcast. We talk about books, brains, blockchains, and we talk about aliens at night. In the daytime, I'm trying to keep it more focused on the miscellaneous stuff, a lot of the daily stuff. I want to keep that happening in the morning. So I'm going to try now to do some videos in the morning. So you had some videos ready to go. I'm trying to reach into the algorithm. That's why I say share the show, so then more people can come in and check out the interesting stuff that's in this side of the internet. I know no one else is doing what I'm doing. The stuff I'm talking about, it just keeps getting missed. I mean, and I'm looking, y'all. You have to understand, I'm Googling, searching YouTube all the time for similar channels like this. Now, could they be suppressed by the algorithm? Sure. But even in other search engines, when I would find other channels, right? I don't find a channel like this, right? It's just the only type of channel out here doing the thing until further notice, until I figure out if there's other channels. I think we're all alone in the universe when it comes to this kind of space, when it comes to just, figuring out like what the technology it's like this combination of freedom and tech, but also, going our own path and thinking for ourselves, just all wrapped up into one package. That's pretty unique, not too many people out there thinking about, oh, how can I use this technology, to make myself more free? Oh, there's technology out here making people slaves. I'm going to avoid that. I'm going to just avoid that, or at least use it to my advantage, right? Benefit from it, and then close it down before the addiction takes place, right? It's a race to the finish, right? It's a race to addiction. It's a race to escape addiction, right? And speaking of tech slave, that's the name of the song that I played today. Same channel, White Bat Audio. Shout out to White Bat Audio, very good. Let me just check something real quick. I want to make sure that the links that I have for today are up. Everything I'm about to talk about today is in the description already. In the future, what I'll be doing is I'm going to try and just do some videos. It's tough because I'm trying to grow it. That's why I say share the show, because if it grows naturally, then I can just do more live streams and more interesting stuff that we like to talk about, instead of talking about stuff that might bring in the normies. I just did a video the other day talking about Starbucks. That was to bring in the normies. You know, I'm trying to, you see what I'm saying, y'all? I'm doing the thing. I'm bringing them in, man. I'm trying to wake up people, trying to get them come on up down here and check out the stuff that we got here. In the upcoming future, while I'm working on my book on the back end, pause, while I'm working on my book, that will be coming out soon. I think what's going to end up happening is, before I even promote it, I'm going to start doing a lot more entertainment focused stuff, just to kind of bring in the normies, you know, and it'll be stuff that you guys like anyway. I'm very much akin to that kind of content. Man, there's stuff out there. Y'all notice stuff out here? Before I even talk about tech, y'all ever notice some stuff out here about controls? I find that we're in a very dark part of society, and what I mean by that is society is doing all these new types of grifts that they're just trying to like keep people down. They're trying to keep people asleep. They're trying to keep people, you know, not really just slaves. Just keep people more enslaved. Just consume all content. You all know that meme? Consume content. Don't question it. Just keep consuming more content. Give us your dollars. Give us your eyes. Give us your time. You know, believe in these lies. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. I gotta write that down. Consume more content. Give us your eyes. Spend your money. Buy into these lies. That's really good. I need to write that down. Oh man, what's going on? Let me let me look at the chat real quick before I continue. Soy Mafia, what is going on? There's no bodies. How's the proctology checkup? Whoa, I don't have any UFOs around me. I'm all good. Soy Mafia says, I'm afraid I can't allow that, Dave. Shifts your topic to yeah, that's true. Oh, it's true. You nailing it today, Soy. That's funny. Just sign the contact Lord with the evil. Yeah, just sign your soul here. Just sign your soul here, please. Right on the dotted line. It's all good. Lord have mercy. You know what? I just noticed these things, man. These control people, they really are trying to. I mean, they're doing it now to the kids. It's getting egregious. It's getting to the point now where they're going after the kids, and that's when you know society is kind of like on its last leg. Parents really have a battle, man. Between you and me, I think parenting is like the number one thing, aside from just community growth. I think is the number one way you're gonna have to, protecting your kids is the number one thing you have on your repertoire at the moment. If you want to change the world, you gotta protect your kids, because these people making kids buy into all sorts of stuff. You got teachers grooming the kids in school, buying into these BS ideas. It's crazy, man. The amount of again, it's predatory. Like the amount of predatory behavior out here is egregious, man. It's out to the point where, I gotta say, man, if something bad happened to them, I can't feel that much sympathy. I gotta say. On one hand, I do feel sympathy for anything bad that happens to people, right? I'm a human, I have a soul. I do feel bad, but at the same time, when you are perpetrating predatory behavior, you're making these kids believe in these BS ideas, you're feeding them lies, you're going behind the parents' back and you're grooming these kids. I can't feel too much pain for you. I really can't. It's like a comeuppance of all comeuppances. I mean, what do you want from me? But anyways, that's an aside of the point. My main point is a lot of this is being perpetuated through evil technology, and technology is getting to the point where it's getting too much. And that's why I started this little new thing. I don't know if it's going to be a thing I do every week. Maybe I'll do it every other week, or whenever the topic it comes up. So I'll be doing a lot more like topics like this, topical live streams that have like that kind of go in line with what we've been talking about in the past. So Katana will continue. I love Katana. That Katana never ends. It's It's we could always. I purposefully now skip katana stuff so I can put it all in one, and then we could talk about all of it. It's great. It's like a katana palooza, you know. I talk about the rug war. We talk about the oil going up. We talk about gas going up. We talk about, you know, the dollar going down. Everything, you know, food shortages, famine. Yeah, I love talking about katana. I kind of want to have guests. I don't know if it could be. I don't think it could be like one of those things where I have. What is it called? Where I have like, you tell me what y'all want in the comments today. This week, I'll be reading it intently. I mean, I'm always reading the comments, but I'll be reading intently. I'm thinking about doing some collabs with katana because I got a couple of ideas. You know, y'all like the interview with the. I mean, I did a lot of interviews, but if you like the interview with Tom Bombadil, we could probably swing that and have like a collab with him, and maybe the interview with my man. What's going on over here? Oh, someone else in the chat. What's up? My man Chad. You know, I might get Chad back on, and we could do like a collab there too. I mean, listen, the possibilities are endless, and I've been meaning to do that. Also, what y'all think about the Shadowverse? Y'all want me to talk about? I mean, there's some big, heavy, juicy stuff that's going on in the Shadowverse. Before I even get into today's topic, we might talk about that tomorrow. I kind of wanna. But do you guys want a collab? You want me to do a collab with some people in the crypto space? Because we got a lot of people. There's a lot of people I have access to. I could bring on some good people. We could talk about all this stuff. I want to talk about all the dramas. I want all the juice. Okay, we might do that. You let me know if you're interested. Start talking about exposing. I'm not even a exposed video kind of guy. I'm not much of an exposed video kind of guy, but I would love to do a conversation with a bunch of people where we talk about all the juice that's going on, exposing all sorts of people. I mean, there's lots of vaporware out there. I mean, look at what happened with Mashinsky recently. I have no sympathy for him. I hope he disappears. In the bad way. Bad place. Normally, I don't wish anything bad of anybody, but he's one of the few. One of the few people. Him, maybe Brian Armstrong. I'm not sure. I'm kind of in between. You know, that man did pay me. Oh, man, that man is dirty. It can never be said. That man was dirty. He paid me. He said, can you not talk about Oh, man. But, yeah, that dude is dirty. But what else? I mean, there's lots of people out there. I mean, well, I'm not a hateful person, so I don't really have it in me to wish ill will of people. But Mashinsky, one of the few people. He's one of the few. Somebody said, what about Sam from Solana FTX? Honestly, I mean, look at Sam. Just look at him. That dude is like, as much as he tweets he's happy, that dude's miserable. I don't really have anything. I don't have anything for him. I'm like, nah, that guy's miserable already. When you're empty like that, when you look at his eyes and he's just empty inside, I'm like, all right, that's a dude who's and he gets emotional on Twitter, so you know he's ego invested. He's got something to prove. He's definitely been broken. Let me open the chat. My bad, y'all. I just realized the chat was closed. I'm looking down here at the other window. I haven't even talked about today's topic yet. Hey, Cody Mouse in the house. That's who it was. I was like, I know someone's in there. My evil microbots. That's so funny. Soy Mafia says, wishing you're Amish adopted. Kinda. I don't know. Amish people are kind of cool. I don't know if I could deal with some of the stuff they deal with. I mean, I don't know. It's just, but it could be cool. It could be cool. Soy Mafia says, request for Chris Kattan, please. Who's Chris Kattan? I'm kind of interested. I'll have to make a note for that. Let me make a note. Write that down. Chris Kattan. I'll have to look that up. What if that's a troll? That'd be funny. So what? I lost my train of thought. But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about doing that, talking about stuff like that for Blocked. That's the idea. There'd be a lot of stuff like that going on. I mean, there's so much in the crypto space, man. There's just so much. At this point, I don't even know where to even begin. Like I kind of took a break. Not a break. I was still reading, but I wasn't like doing a show about it and all that stuff. And there's a reason for that. It's shadow banned. Like, I don't know if people know that, but it's shadow banned. Like, you can look up people. It's not that kind of shadow banned, but it doesn't show up in your recommends, and that's a big deal. I need an Android interview with Stephen Hawking. Let me tell you something. If I could interview the dead, this would be a whole new ball game. If I could interview the dead, can you imagine? I would have return episodes with Stephen Hawking. I probably give him every other month. Stephen Hawking. I would have all the painters, every painter you name them. Albert Einstein. I'd be the Joe Rogan of interviewing the dead. Boy, I would love to interview the dead. Oh my God, you don't even know who else. I'm trying to think of anyone else. Muhammad Ali. Everybody. I don't even care. People who've been canceled. I interview people who've been canceled. I don't care. I have no I have no qualms at all. I would interview everybody. Yo, man, I'd be the first. Man, listen, I'd get security immediately. I need to get security because I'm about to interview some people about to get me in trouble. I interview OJ's wife. Why did he do it? I mean, we know why. But I want her account. I want to interview everybody, man. I would interview the no guy. You know who I'm talking about? The guy who didn't do it. You know what I mean? He definitely killed himself guy. You know what I'm talking about? I interview everybody, even though I found that guy despicable. But I would interview him. Be like, who did it? So which one? So who strangled you? Not too much. I've said too much. Abort. But yeah, man, I would love that. But that's like a wish fulfillment thing. But yeah, let's talk about today's topic. So today's topic is about evil. Okay, evil. We're talking about evil, guys. Evil. No. Why did I sound like J. Jonah Jameson with a high pitched voice? No. We're talking about evil technology today, okay? And what I mean by that is it's technology that's gone too far, that's done too much, and it's we're quickly arriving in a situation in a world where people are what's the term I'm looking for? Like, technology has had carte blanche. Like, there's no limits. There was nothing stopping it. People have pushed the line. There's no forget regulations. Let's be honest. As much as people want no regulations from the government, this is the one time where I think regulation is okay. And what I mean by that is we're talking about technology that is clearly meant to make people addicted. It has no other purpose but to make people addicted. I can't name a single other reason why TikTok should be left unregulated. I cannot even think about a single reason why TikTok, or even like what is that, Instagram Reels, like anything where it just constantly keeps going and loading, and toxic people put their toxic BS lies in on the internet for kids to absorb. It should be looked at a little bit. It's kind of dangerous. We're quickly reaching a time where you probably don't want to give your kids a cell phone, period. Like, you want them to have like a old-fashioned phone that if God willing, I get kids, I'm not giving them a smartphone. They're not going to have it. I don't care if they get ostracized. In fact, no school for them. No public school for them. Homeschool, okay? Or private school. Probably homeschool. I don't care. I see parenting as a full-time job anyway, so may as well go all in. Ape into parenting. I hope I don't get robbed. But that's my point. People have outsourced so much of their life and their responsibilities that they end up getting programmed by so many things. And now you have a mess of a human being who believes in stuff that's not real. And so as a result of that, now you have people who believe in things like, all the stuff, the rainbow juice, the other juice, the new juice. You name it, you know? It's a jungle out there. It's out of control. So anyways, let's talk about a specific story, okay? Come with me. We're going to go to another place. Let me just load that up. All right. So let's talk about people being obsessed with technology. Do I have that in there? Is that in my list or did I not? I don't know if I have it, but we'll do it. I'm not going to read every single thing here. I just want to kind of give you an overall feel for every single story. We'll pick out little snippets that are important to mention on the show. Let me pull this up. All right. I got that loaded. Now, if you will come with me to this other place. Let's go back. I got rugged there for a second. Let's try this. I don't know what the heck that was. My bad. So this story is about a woman who went and gotten obsessed about Instagram. She done lost it, okay? She absolutely 1,000,000,000% lost it. Let me go ahead and get on this screen here. And it's too much, all right? So as a result of being obsessed as a mom, she was a mom, one of those mom bloggers. You know those mom bloggers, those mommy influencers. She was one of those types. And she had 400,000 followers. And it got so bad that this father, her husband, has gotten to the point where he left her. He's leaving her. He's leaving. He's had enough. He's going to take the kid with him. And he went and posted it on Reddit. Yes, I know, Reddit, another evil place. Okay, another evil space. I think I have the Reddit post somewhere also. Is that right? Is that right? Nope. I don't know where I put that one. Well, it's here. It's listed here as well. So we'll look at that. So this guy revealed how he walked out on his wife, who was obsessed with Instagram, and she began to bleed the Instagram life into every aspect of their lives, to the point where the house can't have anything in it that is, out of aesthetic from the picture, right? So his coffee cup was on a table, for example, when the child was walking for her first time. His daughter was walking, taking her first steps. He put his coffee down to see her, and the mom took a picture, right? She took the picture, and that's all she could see was that coffee cup on the table, and she was obsessed. She was freaking out. She's like, "Oh my god, dude, I can't believe it!" And she had to, edit in Photoshop and everything. And let me tell you something. That's already sign number one. I don't want to blame the victim, but part of me is looking at the guy like, look, if she's that obsessed, that's a first red flag. You gotta nip it in the bud. You can't nip it in the bud. You gotta let that go. Okay, well, this is going to only escalate. All right. And again, I'm not blaming him, but this is kind of a lesson to learn for people. Hey, if the person is giving you signs of they are addicted to this app, right? This is how they see it. And they're like, oh my God, no food in the house, nothing out of place in the house. If they are so obsessed with this app that they can't even let their child have toys, which is what happened, which is probably the last straw for him, the child not being able to have certain toys, just toys in general, on her, I think it was on her birthday too. That's definitely a sign of you need to end this relationship, or find a way that you can get her off that thing, like some sort of therapy, intervention, rehab, which happened. Actually, there's an article here as well about a woman who got rehab, but we don't have time for that one today. It's behind a paywall anyways, and Archive couldn't break it down, so it didn't even matter. I managed to read the first couple paragraphs. It's not that good. But the whole concept of people being on rehab because of Instagram and TikTok, that should say something, in my opinion. That's evil tech. And so we're not even talking about the crazy evil tech yet. We'll get to that in just a moment, because I want to escalate, okay? That's what we're doing here. We're escalating to the worst that we got. And in this story here, let me get to the bottom finally, where he said he had it. He said she had 400,000 followers since their daughter was born. Ever since then, I feel like I don't live in a house. I live in an Instagram photo shoot. Well, there can't be any proof that we live here. That's the one that got me. I laughed when he said that. My wife stresses so much about things looking good, and she doesn't actually enjoy the moment. Yeah, that's a bad sign. And he talked about the drink. My daughter's room is just a beige of a mass beige of beige and cream. That's a bad sign. There's barely any toys in it. Da 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 da. The aesthetic. My wife is this made me laugh though, I'm not gonna lie. He said this part. He says, my wife told her that she had to keep it at my mother's house because there was, quote, no place for it at home. He's talking about the toy that he bought for her, for his daughter. My wife is convinced I am leaving for another woman. I'm having an affair, etc. But I'm just not. I just can't keep feeling like I live in a museum or I can't touch or move anything. I can't even build a blanket fort with my kid without my wife flipping out. Okay, that's wow. That's the end. That's the end. That's so funny. And not funny, but it is kind of funny. It's funny, sad, funny. But you get what I'm trying to say. This is what happens when you don't value, when you value where your value is in the wrong place, and where you're addicted to the content, right? You're addicted to this platform, and that's where they got you. They got their little grips on you, and they're not gonna let go. They're gonna make you even more addicted. That's what they want. It's a machine, man. You don't want to be a machine, okay? Not in that way, at least. Let me look down here. Raymond says, "Evil tech, where do I buy?" We're starting out small and we're building our way up big. Okay, we're building our way up big. Let me get to the next story that's kind of effed up. Not that one. We'll get there. Hopefully, is it not showing on the screen? Oh, good. I was making sure. Okay, good. You guys can't see the next story. All right, let me just make sure. Not that one. We'll get there. It's time. Da da da. Okay, I think we can do this one real quick. This guy says, this is from today. It's time we treated social media platforms like Facebook and as addiction machines they really are, which is my point, right? Social media is becoming addictive and ultimately destructive as many of the drugs we warn our children about. That's what I'm talking about. It is a drug. Yes. Okay. I 100% agree. Okay. The hypodermic needle delivers intoxicating drugs into our brains via our bloodstreams. Today, the addictive drug is compelling content, and the needle is the smartphone. Oh my God, I've been carrying a needle in my pocket the whole time. From its gratifying sounds and bright selective colors to its likable pictures and images, social media is becoming as addictive and as ultimately destructive as the drugs we warn our children about. As an ex-head teacher, I've seen social media addiction in full force in the classroom. Attention span is down, while depression and anxiety are up. How do I buy depression and anxiety? How do I ape into that? No. Let me see. We must recognize these platforms for what they are, addiction machines. We should also treat them as such. Most of us would be ashamed if we knew how much time we actually spent on social media every day. App monitoring firm App and Annie revealed that the average person spends 4.8 hours on their phone every day, which makes up a third of our total waking hours. Ooh. Social media's inherent addictive quality is no secret in Silicon Valley. Even Chamath Palihapitiya Paparazzi, Facebook's former vice president and user growth, explained he feels tremendous guilt. Yeah, that guy definitely was talking about that a couple months ago. Sometimes that guy, I think he's like on the verge of like jumping off a roof because some of the tweets he has, I'm just like, some of the tweets he has before he deletes them, I'm just like, yo, you might want to not ever post stuff like this again. That guy's on the verge. Part of my French. But yeah. Let me see. This is what I was talking about. The infinite scrolling feature of apps like Facebook and TikTok means that the dopamine releasing short form content never ends. at least cigarettes and alcohol run out. The same cannot be said of content on social media platforms. Yo, it is absolutely true. People just keep scrolling. You'd be surprised how people just keep scrolling. In South Korea, the issue of internet addiction is even more prevalent. Ooh. Authorities suspect that up to 20% of the population is at serious risk of internet addiction. As a result, they are funneling public funds into digital detox programs that come in the form of in-school counseling, screening surveys, and even addiction camps. Actually, I know somebody who hosts a in the United States. I think it's in the United States. I think it's in the Midwest. He hosts a retreat, a digital detox retreat. And basically you just go out there, you give up your phone, and you literally it's like a ranch. You literally go in there and you go and you do activities that have nothing to do with social media. You go hiking, you go, biking, you go around, you do stuff. You enjoy nature, you hang around with people, you actually have social interaction. And I think you do it for however long you're willing to pay for. I think you could do it for like weeks. It's basically like Airbnb kind of thing. It was really cool when I saw that. I was like, oh, good. At first I thought, who needs that? You know what I mean? But now I'm like, actually, people need this. Discipline is not common anymore. I don't know, man. It's a different era because the way I grew up was for even TV. There was always a limit. TV, internet. There was always a limit. There was always a limit to this stuff. For example, you would have, let's say, 2 hours of whatever every day. Okay, that's it. After 2 hours is up, that's it for the day. So I would personally always reserve it for the late afternoon into the night. So, and then I'd be able to just go to sleep and then wake up in the morning and do other stuff, right? And then, you wouldn't feel that addiction to come back. Now the phone is in your pocket. It's harder to just, for people to do that. It's one of those things that people have to learn internally to do, in my opinion. They have to develop that. Let me see here. I'll just read it down here. Got some people in the chat. What's up, Danielle? How's it going? Raymond says it plays on the same part of the brain as gambling addiction. Oh, snap. Random payoffs of pleasure, lights, sound, novelty. It's like a slot machine. You're right. It is. It feels like you're winning. It's like, oh shit, I'm a winner. Part of my French. Every time someone hits for me, I don't know how I was able to, detach myself from likes and retweets and stuff. Maybe because I was on Twitter for so long since the beginning, it just doesn't do me anything. I always ask myself, is this paying me? No, okay, well I don't care. Maybe that's what it is. Cody says, that's it. I'm starting that business technology free retreat. There you go, bro. If you live in a rural area that's nice, you can make a lot of money. You just have to learn, you just have to find the people who, find a way to attract the people who are of that mindset, who want to detox and are looking for, have the money for it and they're looking to do it, right? They're willing to do it. That's it. I mean, Californians are probably a great sample. People from Seattle who make six figures or more probably will be willing to do that. That kind of crowd of person. So you just have to find a way to attract them. Cody says, I can't believe people pay for that. Yeah, they do, and they pay a lot of money for it. I know one other place that does it, and they get $10K per person. And I don't remember what place it was. I have to look it up. But I remember there's another place that does it. It's in the Midwest as well. A lot of these places are in the Midwest. I think that one's in Wyoming, maybe. Let me double check. I'll double check that. Don't quote me on that one. Maybe Montana. I have to double check that. Danielle says, going well. Haven't been around as much because I've been modding Andrew's chat at some weird hours. I don't blame you. I've been seeing it. It's gone bananas. It's pretty good. Very cool. Raymond, quote, it's in Wyoming. Yin. Dang it. God dang it. Raymond says bill it as a masculine retreat. Just torture them for a week. It should be fun. Cody Mouse. How to be a real man in the woods. I don't know why that sounded a little on the edge there. A little sus there. Sounded a little sus as well. How to be a man in the woods. I don't know. We'll make a man out of you with this potatoes going. And I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop before I get in trouble. Let me see here. There's another news story I want to cover before we go to the really dark stuff. This one I think is it this one? Oh yeah. This new study identifies TikTok addiction as the symptoms show users might have it. And so let me find the part that's really important here. So so Troy Smith from the University of Trinidad and Tobago analyzed data from 354 college students, which included 173 TikTok users and 313 Facebook users. And so he basically measures 6 core elements of addiction: salience, mood modification, tolerance, withdrawal, and conflict and relapse. Let me go ahead and get to this part right here. Having obsessive thoughts about Facebook, feeling an urge to use Facebook more and more, using Facebook to forget about personal problems. That's a big one. Trying to cut down the use of Facebook without success, becoming restless or upset when prohibited from using Facebook, and using Facebook so much that it negatively impacts school or work. Those are the criteria that we're going to go by. And I have to find the results. This is pretty freaking ridiculous. Is it down here or did I pass it? Yeah, I passed it. Where was it? Right here. Users who scored higher on this scale use TikTok more intensively, which means TikTok is way more addicted than Facebook, which is scary. That's a scary thought. And although the majority of users were classified as having no risk of TikTok addiction, 25.4% of them were seen as being low risk and classified 6.4% at being at risk. TikTok currently has 1 billion users globally. Although most users appear to use TikTok in a non-problematic manner, the study demonstrates that the risk of overuse and possible problematic use exists and is associated with addiction-like behaviors and could potentially negatively impact the lives of sufferers. Dr. Smith told Sci Post. Further, the study emphasizes while similarities exist between addictive process occurring in Facebook and TikTok, there are significant differences in manifestation, predictors, and usage intensity associated with average versus problematic use. As such, a user can exhibit problematic use on a social platform and not have the same maladaptive response with the broader category of social media. So basically, you know, the same problems you might have with TikTok, you might just not have with another platform, which is fair. I think that's pretty fair. You know, overall, I think that would be a bigger problem, in my opinion, if all of them had the same. That means that all of them are talking in some way, which would fall into my my technocratic Illuminati, totally a conspiracy theory, not real, fiction. Just let you know that. Let me go ahead and look down here real quick. TikTok addiction is without a doubt very real. Unfortunately, this research hasn't explored its society's dependence on the internet since the Katana event. We were forced into an online-only world in both our working and personal lives. Social networking sites like TikTok became a form of escapism for many. Yeah, it did. It's almost like it's by design. A sickness that came from China and the app that came from China becoming all the rage. Interesting. Totally coincidental. Not at all coordinated in one way, shape, or form. Not grooming people at all. Totally not trying to destroy the American people. That's just a myth. Let me go ahead and get to this part where California parents could sue TikTok, Instagram, and other tech companies for social media addiction. So that's a thing that could probably happen. $25,000 per violation under the bill. We'll see how that goes. That's in Sacramento. Business groups have warned that if the bill passes, social media companies would most likely cease operations for children in California rather than face a legal risk. Wow! They actually did it. We'll see if it pulls through. Can we do that in every state? Let's do that in every state. The proposal would only apply to social media companies that have at least 100 million in gross revenue in the past year. I mean, that's everybody. Name one that hasn't. Okay, I'm gonna say Reddit has made 100 million last year. I mean, there's no way they haven't. I mean, let's be honest. TikTok is made. I don't even want to know what they made. That would make me depressed. It's got to be somewhere close to at least 500 million. Like, has to be. Because the amount of money that comes out of TikTok is just bananas. And then also, I mean, Instagram's always making 100 million a year minimum. I mean, there's no way they're not. And then what's the other one? Facebook's kind of, I don't know what they make a year. I can't lie about that. I don't lie about anything. So I'm trying to think of a social media last year that didn't make 100 million. I can't think of anything unless you're talking about like Quora. Do you count that? I don't know. Maybe, I guess. Quora, Pinterest has to make them 100 million. I mean, yeah, they have to make 100 million per year. I mean, it's Pinterest. I can't think of a social media website that didn't make like 100 million last year. Like a big one. Like the little ones, like what's that website that I can't remember the name of that website. But there's some websites that probably didn't make it. Like the little ones out there that are like I don't know, maybe dating apps, maybe dating apps if you count them. I could see them not making 100 million. But other than that, I think all the websites are making like ridiculous amounts of money. It's just that they're good at hiding that. They're just good at like letting you know, oh no, we're just struggling like you. Like, yeah, right. Okay, let me go ahead and get to the next one, which is the main topic of the night. Let me scroll down here, look at the chat. MySpace, yeah. MySpace is not making 100 mil. No, yeah, that's a good one. Great example, Raymond. Thank you. 89. What's up, 89? 89 says a MILF. What in are you playing back from like 10 minutes ago or 20 minutes ago or something? I don't know what do you mean by a MILF? I need more info. What is a MILF, by the way? I'm just kidding. Sadly, I'm just kidding. Sadly, I know what that is. Let me go ahead and is it this one? I wonder which way should I go? Should I go with the more recent news story or the news story that's the most like outrageous? Let's do the news story that's like recent. So this is recent. A tiny crabby robot gets its scuttling orders from lasers. Yep, that's right. This is a robot on a penny. This right here is a robot on a penny. And this robot gets all of its information wirelessly through little lasers from far, far away. Does that terrify you? This has gone too far. Okay, this out right here, the capabilities, I mean, they already have the RoboFly, which I didn't have a chance to put that in today, but there's a RoboFly out there, and it records you. It's a camera. It's a little dragonfly that flies around and it can record you. That's not creepy enough. This is, okay? If that's not creepy enough, this has to be it, because this is the most, I mean, can you even see that thing in real life? I don't think so. I'm eating a sandwich, minding my business, and this thing is just looking at me, recording everything I'm doing. Maybe it's going to your computer while you're typing in the password, seeing all the buttons you pushed. All right, now we have his password. You know, that's not creepy to you? That really terrifies me. The capabilities of this kind of thing are endless. I mean, you could pretty much do all sorts of awful, evil things. You could probably coordinate a assassination if you had these things. It's terrible, but I hate to say it like that, but it's true. You know, the sky is the limit with this kind of technology. This should just be stopped. Just regulate this out of the marketplace. Arrest everybody who made it. They all go to jail. Everyone's in jail. Y'all made this? Everyone's in jail. Everybody go to jail. No bail, all jail. Okay? I'm sorry. This has gone too far. You know, if you were doing this for the military, I can kind of see it. Although I feel like that would end up in terrorist hands in some way, shape, or form. I'm not sure yet. It's tough to tell. But this is just too far, in my opinion. You know, it's just too much. Here we go. Here's the news story. I'll read it. A new army of micro robots just burst onto the scene. Did you have to write it like that? One of the standout forms is Peaky Toe. Why Peaky Toe? A Peaky Toe crab-shaped figure with pincers. Really? Pincers? It just... Anyways, that's less than 1 millimeter across. The details on the geometrically varied group are described this week in the journal Science Robotics. Thanks. The animal-like robots are distinguished by their very small size. The smallest ones are as wide as human hair, and the larger ones are slightly smaller than a flea. Thanks. That's not terrifying one bit. They are also available as a scrunching inchworm, a spring-coiling cricket, and in other forms too. Why not a snake? Just make a snake robot too. How about, can you give me one of them eels? How about a giant jellyfish robot, okay? And it just it just grabs people. Oh my god, it's terrible. So why create them? Thanks. That's exactly what I'm thinking. Let me quote this. Quote, there's quite a bit of interest these days in tiny robots. No, there isn't. Stop. Okay? Only evil people care about that. A small scale structures that can be controlled remotely for various purposes. Various purposes. Do not hear yourself here. Quote, I think there's a vision that could be useful in the surgical operations. Bullshit. Or for diagnostic purposes. You son of a bitch. In the context of clinical medicine, says John Rogers, a professor of material science and engineering at Northwestern University. I'll be right back, guys. I'm just joking. As an author on the paper, what we try to do is put forward some ideas in terrestrial robots so that the type can add to the portfolio of capabilities that are developing in the emerging area of research. So look at this. This is how it moves. The waves go in, right? It's causing those legs to move, and it's moving sideways. A crabby shuffle. That's cute. This board of mini robot Rogers and its colleagues' design are not programmed to do any specific tasks. You lying sons of bitches. And besides their wee size, what's interesting about them is that they're constructed and assembled in a similar way to silicon microchips. Do you hear, you guys? Did you hear this? Silicon microchips. You know how silicon microchips have changed the world? I mean, look at blockchains. I mean, look at computers. This is going to absolutely wreck us as a people. Can you imagine a robot giving another robot, I don't know why my brain went to a dirty place there, but a robot is giving another robot instructions on how to make another robot using lasers. Okay? That's going to happen. That's going to be the future, the dark future. Okay? You're here. All right? Get used to it. If you think about, look at this. Look at this. If this doesn't terrify you, I don't know what doesn't, man. I don't know. This is awful. I hate it. Not a fan. Okay? Not a fan at all. If you think about Silicon Foundry or a setup of that sort, it involves a deposition of thin layers, materials that then pattern approaches that allow those materials to be structured with a very high resolution on planar surfaces, typically semiconductor wafers, says Rogers. Unlike silicon chips, robots are intrinsically three-dimensional, but he and his team found a way to make them in a 2D form that pops up in 3D. Like a kid's pop-up book in a sense. Isn't that great? Yo, this guy, he's going to make Terminators. This guy's going to make Terminators. Unbelievable. To make the robots, they first started with 2D stacks of pattern films. We don't need to know how they're exactly made. You can look up this news story if you want to know exactly how they're made. Yeah, we're going to scroll down to the more dangerous parts. Yep, that's still the process of how it's made. Ladies lasers are a good option because they are high intensity and can be focused on very small spots, which allow for each individual limb to be controlled. And depending on how its limbs are heated, the robot can move in a corresponding fashion on its structural design. That way, the laser scans across the body of the robot determines the sequence of movements in the legs and the direction it goes. When the researchers scan the laser from left to right, the Krabby robot micro robots move left to right. In theory, you could control many of these robots at once with something like a laser light show with scanning mirrors and other fancy light tech. All they require is a direct line of sight. Although this fabrication will work with almost any layout, the reason for the bio-inspired design may be a reflection of the history of work that has come from Rogers and his collaborators, including a maple seed-like flying microchip. What? A fly's eye camera? This guy made the fly eye camera? Oh my god, he's gonna kill us all. He's gonna kill us all. This guy is evil. An artificial cephalopod skin. What is that? What is Okay, I'm scared, but let's find out. What am I gonna find out? Please don't let it be something disgusting. Okay, a electronic camouflage cloak inspired by color change. Okay, so Ghost in the Shell. Great. So this guy wants to make robots that are invisible. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, this guy's about to make tiny robots that are with lasers, and they go invisible. This guy needs to be I don't know, man. I'm not advocating for bad things happening to him, but this guy is evil, bro. Like, this guy is absolutely beyond G.I. Joe Cobra evil. This is too much, too fast, too soon, too quick, too everything, too evil. Nope, don't want it. I'm against it. Super villain. My alarm's going off. Super villain. Let me see here. All right, so that's it for that. The last one is the good one. The y'all who stayed. See, I saw the views went up as soon as I said that. All right, this one's the real deal. Okay, and I've talked about this in private with others before, but this one's kind of unfortunate. It's pretty dark. Let me go look down real quick. In the chat, right quick. Nano Machine Son. Yeah, quote, Nano Machine Son. Yeah, that's right. Cephalopod is the octopus family. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. I really I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Like, inspired by octopus. That's great. So now I'm gonna be, how perfect. It's so perfect. Okay, here we go. Here's the new story. Here we go. They're putting guns on robot dogs now. They're putting guns on the robo dogs now. Now, this is a little bit of an older story, but I feel like this one got brushed under the rug. They're putting dogs in robots, you know. No. That would be the next level of evil. No, they're putting guns on robot dogs. Okay, this is from the Boston, MIT, I believe. The Boston Dynamics in MIT in Boston, Massachusetts. These guys put a gun, a military weapon, on a robot. It's not good, bro. I'm not a fan. Don't like it. And I remember seeing a similar image of a robot, of a Boston Dynamics robot walking down the street in Singapore, and I can't find it. Like, I mean, I'll look, but I'm pretty sure it was I think I may have shown a video of that happening before, but that was in Asia, so it's not like we could say it's happening here. You know, that's the whole other thing. You know, it's kind of complicated. What they do to each other over there may not translate to what we do here, you know, vice versa, blah, blah, blah. But this is happening here, and it is not good. I'm not a fan. I'm normally okay with Second Amendment. I'm not okay with this, because you know it's not going to be used for the average man. This is going to be big corporations being contracted by law enforcement or hospitals to shoot dissenting opinions, right? It is what it is. People who are like, hey, I'm gonna protest for something that I believe in, or I'm gonna go and speak out against this bill that's inhibiting my rights. Oh, great! Here comes the Robo Dog with all the guns. That's great. And it pinpoints you. It's got a picture of your face. Facial recognition software. So now it knows where to find you again. You can't be hiding. You're gonna always be on the run. You can be on the run for Robo Dogs. Okay. I can never say this. Quadrupedal robots are one of the most interesting developments in robotics in recent years. So of course it was only a matter of time until someone put a gun on one. I mean, duh. What's not clear is whether or not Sword International or Ghost Robotics are currently selling this combination of gun and robot, but if they're not, seems they will be soon, as marketing copy on Sword's website boasts. The Sword defense system Spur is the future of unmanned weapon systems, and that future is now. That's terrifying. I'm not for it, bro. Not for it. I don't care. Even if we get some, I don't think it's a good idea, because even if we get some, they're gonna have like the tank version of whatever. We're not gonna stand a chance. This is too far. This isn't guns rights anymore, I don't think. I mean, if we get it first, that's a different story. That's kind of I don't know. It's an arms race at that point. I don't know. It's complicated, convoluted, nuanced opinion there, but they're gonna use this against us. There's just no way. When we start to see footage on the internet of people just lying and these robo dogs walking on them, can you imagine that? Oh my god, dude. No, not okay. Not even a little bit. Oh man. Hanging Laundry, what's up? What's up, Hanging Laundry? Here's another look of the back end of this thing. Pause. The machine was shown off for the first time at the Association of the United States Army's 2021 annual conference earlier this week. The conference bills itself as a land power, exposition, and professional development forum held in Washington, D.C. Oh no! Details about the partnership between the Ghost and Sword are unclear, but Ghost quadrupedal robots are already being tested by the U.S. military. Great. So now we definitely have Metal Gear Solid. We have Ghost in the Shell, Metal Gear Solid. We already live in Shadowrun. I mean, what's next? RoboCop, and what's the other one? Terminator. That's the last two. The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Okay, a RoboCop, Terminator. What's the other one? Ghost in the Shell. And freaking Metal Gear Solid, the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. No, thank you. Sign me out. Okay, I'm done. All right. Can we give me the time machine and send me back? Okay, just send me back. I don't care how far back. Okay, I kind of care. Send me back to 1980s. I'm good. That's it. I won't even complain. This is too far, too fast, too quick, too soon, too evil, too much. I don't like it. Of course, they can become weapons themselves. Look at this. Look at this image. Just look at this image. Soon, those 2 guys are about to also be replaced by robos, okay? They're about to be 2 Terminators standing here. In fact, who knows? They could be Terminators. Can you see the difference? Well, I mean, there's kind of a difference. I think he'd be more likely a Terminator than him. But you get what I'm saying, right? You got this guy here with the shades and anyway, that's just me just making jokes here. But in all seriousness, though, I'm kind of concerned. This is very concerning. Raymond says that's the artistic 5th Horseman. Yeah, that's right. I'm not for it. I don't like it. This robo weaponry. No. Just give the human a gun, okay? Because at least with the loss of life, the threat of a loss of life, someone's going to be more responsible with the gun. They're going to be less reckless with the gun, especially a more responsible gun holder. They're going to be very much more likely to, focus on their one target, and there will be less likely to be ricochets. Whereas these things, I mean, who cares? There's no human life being lost on this person's end. The human loss on the other end is the point. They're gonna be like, all right, video game time. Pew, 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 pew. It's gonna be like that. Okay, it's gonna be Metal Slug. They're not gonna stop. No, nothing's gonna stop them. For a while now, experts have been warned about the slow rise in the use of, quote, killer robots, known as lethal autonomous machines, or laws. Okay, I'm done. That's it for today. Okay, laws. Like, this is something out of sci-fi. This is not real life anymore. You're calling your weapons laws? Just too much, man. Why don't you just make another one called judgment? Can you just have one like called a judge and jury and executioner while you're at it? Just it's too much, man. Out of control. They're so on the nose. It's not even funny anymore. They're like leaning into it. It's like what happens when an evil person leans into the evil. It's like, great, you're leaning into the memes. I hate you. Many of the groups are campaigning for a preemptive ban on such systems. But in the meantime, it seems companies will continue to build what's possible. And that means putting guns on robot dogs. I like how this person has a sense of humor. Let me see. Boston Dynamics themselves has a strict policy against weaponizing its machines. Okay. That's good. But it looks like this is another manufacturer. So I take that back, Boston Dynamics, okay? I'll take that back. Full retraction. It's not Boston Dynamics doing it. But they're using Boston Dynamics technology, that's for sure. That is 100% facts. They're pulling a China, ripping it off, bootlegging it, okay? And after they bootleg it, they give it an upgrade with some other, weapons, man. This is not good. This is not good at all. This is the end. Let me see. Let me go to the main page. Well, I hope y'all learned something today, because I did. I learned that I need to take a vacation from reality. Can I go to a different Earth? I certainly do want to. I like how my thumbnail is way more accurate than I want it to be. I was just having a good time when I made that thumbnail. Now I'm regretting all my decisions. Oh man, if you see me with a visor, I've been taken over, by the way. If you see this visor on me, I have definitely been integrated by the Borg. They got me. Okay, find a new YouTuber. Just saying. Yes, that's why you damn right I'm gonna be in nature. I'm going out in nature all the time. Look at my hat. Okay, there's a reason why I'm wearing this hat. That's not an accident when I'm doing these shows. Idiocracy is right. Yes. Soy Mafia says, hello, it's Flappy Fish Market. Yeah, that's right. RoboCop meets Idiocracy. 100%. Robo bugs will be creepy. I predict this. This is my new prediction. Okay? RoboCops, private sector, private security for companies who are like, screw it, we want to kill people, right? And they'll have lobbyists for those RoboCops. And then the lobbyists will also be, robots themselves at some point, and they will be advocating using our laws, using swift logic, and evil manipulative, emotional tactics, right? Because they can be taught to learn. They're going to be using that, and you won't even know it's a robot lobbying because no one sees anyone anymore, right? Do you see lobby groups all the time show up? Nope. All they need is a Zoom call. If you can fake a Zoom call, it's good. Good is good as gold. They're gonna have a top part of their body be real, but the part that you don't see is gonna be all robot. It's gonna be hooked to a computer. Someone will set that up. I'm just saying that now. Mark my words. Hanging Laundry says we need to send aliens and Bigfoot to take care of these elites. Oh my God, I shouldn't have read it. I shouldn't have read. That's a joke, YouTube. I was just joking. That's a joke. I was just thinking of Max Headroom. 100% was thinking of Max Headroom when I said that. Max Headroom basically, but slightly less handsome and more and persuasive. Yeah. Soy Mafia says he needs to have some fireworks. I gotta stop reading the spicy comments. Anyways, that's it for now. There will be a show tomorrow. I'm gonna try and do a show tomorrow morning, probably 9 or something, somewhere later in the day, not too early. I'll try not to shoot too early. It'll be like a Sunbeam or something, or maybe it'll be a Katana. I don't know yet. I'm kind of playing around, looking at the news, seeing if it's. I don't like to dwell on stuff, That's why I didn't do Katana the last couple of weeks. Kind of made sure Katana's pieced out a little bit more because people have been getting black pilled by it, so that's why I kept it that way. Anyways, that's it for now. Thanks again for watching. I'll be putting out videos this week. That's probably where some of the Katana stuff will go. I'll be kind of like doing one and dones, I'm trying to get the normies in, try to have them check out all the stuff. We got good shit here, pardon my French. Yeah, man. So I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Ooh, and yeah, let me know what you think about that concept of a blockchain or blockchain show, collab show, because I know a lot of good people. It could be fun. Let me know if you're interested in that in the comment section. If so, just drop a comment. Let me know. Because I won't do it if it's not if people aren't into it. But if people are into it, yeah, we can have some fun. I mean, it'll be all the stuff people aren't talking about. Drama, the juicy juice, okay? Talking about all sorts of stuff. These elites, everything under the sun that has to do with it, okay? If you want to even talk about the whole Polemos thing and everything like that, we could talk about that too. Everything, man. Everything. The controversies, the no things we shouldn't be talking about, we could talk about all. Let me know. All right, take it easy. See you later.